Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Ben Lüning, I'm the master taster of Whisky.com, and this is Horst Lüning, the senior taster of Whisky.com, also known as Dad. And, and today we're trying the An Oa. Have you actually been to the An Oa?
No, but I tasted the Ardbeg An Oa.
Yeah, I think we tried it before.
Several years ago, just a faint remembrance of that. Not really. It's a true Ardbeg, really smoky, that I very well remember, but the rest, not much. And what I read on the card box is that this is a mixture of ex-bourbon cask, newly charred oak, and PX sherry cask. And PX means we have a sherry with a residual sugar in it. So this should have a lightly sweet note on it. But Ardbeg already has a very sweet note. If you have a typical Ardbeg and have that in your glass and you leave the last drops overnight, and then you come in the morning and smell on the glass, then you will smell sweetness, really sweetness. So Ardbeg is sweet, but that's typically covered by the intense smokiness.
Interesting is there's a bit of a discussion here. The gathering vats that are filled together in gathering vats, so it's not like a finish. So it's this one matures here, this one there, and then they put it in the gathering vats, let it marry for a certain period of time, and then they fill it into the cask. And these gathering vats are made of what was it?
French
oak. I think virgin French oak. I'm not quite sure, which is a bit strange because usually. No, vats is okay. Yeah, you can put them in vats. You never put them in what do you call it? In
stainless steel tanks.
No, in never do them in fermentation tanks. No oak in fermentation tanks.
Yeah,
fermentation tanks. And anyway, so does that have any influence with French oak?
So first they are called gathering vats. So you look at the product, not you smell or taste the product. So it's a gathering vat, and there are changes in the whiskey when it resides for a few months together after separate maturations. Then something happens to it, but after a few months this will stop. Then you have the mixture ready. And in this short time, together with this huge volume of those gathering vats, there's very little contact of the fluid with the oak from the staves. And this gathering vat is used for years and years and years, so there can't be a lot in it. And then the amount of inner surface to the liter of whiskey is so small that there can't be a big influence in that. So you could use stainless steel tanks.
I was totally on your side, but I've been to La Martinique, and they have also these big vats where they put fresh rum in. And they let it rest for, 6 or 9 months. And they come out with golden rum. It's very light gold. But they do get color. So they do get something out of the wood. So but I would say, yes, that's Scotland. It's much colder, not as much interaction. And probably very old vats. But I would say there is a smidge of influence in it.
There is a rough rule. When you increase temperature by 10 degrees, the reaction doubles. So down there you have 28, 30, 32 degrees centigrade. In Scotland you have an average of 13 something.
Really? I thought like 8.
So there is a lot of more reactivity in those southern casks than in Scotland.
I think I really do think the average temperature in Scotland is 8.
That's the Gulf Stream.
Let's have a look later.
Yeah. Ardbeg, definitely. So Ardbeg never colors its whiskey.
Really? Oh. Okay. Cool.
And so this one is golden. You see the peak sherry casks.
Oh, that for me, that was a bit darker than golden, though.
Yeah, and An Oa doesn't carry an age statement, I think. No.
Yeah, An Oa doesn't.
So those should be the typical 6, 7, 8 years of our.
As you said, it's a mixture between, what was it, fresh casks and PX casks?
And refill ex-bourbon casks.
So, but the fresh casks, really, if you have fresh casks,
they deliver color as well as the peaks.
Yeah,
casks.
and when you have fresh casks, you have to write like 5, 6, 7 years on it, because the fresh casks are just give so much energy into the whiskey.
And this one is 46.6. So you can smell the alcohol here.
Oh, this is hefty.
So this is really intense on the nose, a little bit of alcohol, sweetness, and a big smoke in the nose.
Yeah. I first had smoke and then sweetness. For me, I don't have the alcohol. Maybe that's just your form of the day, or and it's very fruity and sweet. Oh yeah, if you put your nose in too deep, then you do get a bit of it.
You realize, put my nose too deep in the glass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you put it in too deep, then you realize, okay, that is 46%. Yeah, definitely.
So, cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Spicy. In the beginning, spicy, together with the smokiness. Then some orange peel, cladding my mouth. Slight bitterness, dark chocolate bitterness. Long aftertaste. In the back, a little bit of sweetness. And I do have a problem. I bite on my tongue the day before yesterday, and there's still a little bit of left, so I have a little bit of hurting on the tip of my tongue.
Very intense, very sweet, very smoky, a little bit of a spiciness, a little bit of a juicy orange, zesty orange, a little bit of a astringent note, which is a bit strange. I think it is attacking me a little bit more than I think it would usually do. And what I feel, it has a warmth, and the warmth comes actually from the temperature in the room. We have summer here, and yeah, we're trying the whiskey a little bit warmer than I would say we usually do. So yeah, if you want to jazz up the intensity of your whiskey, give it 2, 3, 4, 5 degrees more, and you increase the, what did you say before? Reactivity of your whiskey as well.
Yeah. So, so here they write on the card box, the result is a dram with smoky power, mellowed by a detectable smooth sweetness, hallmark Ardbeg peat, dark chocolate and aniseed. Yeah. A wrap in smooth, silky butterscotch, black pepper and clove, before rising to an intense crescendo of flavor.
Oh, now I have that typical Ardbeg freshness in the aftertaste. Yeah, it feels like, yeah, it is a younger, much more intense Ardbeg. Really nice one.
So, An Oa is a typical Ardbeg with a kick on the sweeter, smoother side than others, due to the peak sherry cask, and but a very typical Ardbeg. So it can't hide that it's an Ardbeg.
Or the more you try it, the more Ardbeg it becomes. Yeah. I do have now this fresh Ardbeg and the sweetness and the smokiness just all over. Really hefty, really good. So yeah, that was it. Didn't get into tell my story about the An Oa, but I think there are other videos out there where I already told that story. Have a look, and yeah, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.